The Lights, Camera, Austin interview. Joining me now to discuss Lessons in Life number 3 is Austin director Rupert-Anthony Ortiz. Now, you'd mentioned that Lessons in Life number 3 is based on your interactions with your family. Are you an adult brother, or have you got an adult brother that you looked up to as a child?
You know, actually, in the story, I'm the oldest out of my siblings, and in this, I always wanted an older brother, and growing up. So I think, in essence, I wrote the story with Jordan being me, the younger brother, and the older brother is somebody that I wish I had growing up, and that's why I think the story is very endearing to me, is because on a personal level, it's something that I wanted as a child growing up, was to have an older brother.
So why use soccer as the impetus for this conversation between the adult brother and his very young brother? You know,
I think where that comes about is the lead actor, Ray Thomas. He worked on sound with one of my other productions, and he had come up to me and he says, "Hey, can you write something for me to act in? I want to be in front of the camera. I want to do more work in front of the camera." And I was like, "Certainly. What do you like to do?" And he's like, "To play soccer." So when I was reorganizing the horror script and he told me he wanted to be in it, we started restructuring it around soccer, which he actually started getting into soccer. And so I thought that would kind of tie in with the morals and the lessons of the story, which I think it worked out really well.
So you knew Ray Thomas before you shot the film. What about Jordan? Is he a family member?
He actually is. Yeah, Jordan is my little nephew, and he is so eccentric. I mean, he runs around. He runs around the house. He runs around all our gatherings, and he definitely is the center of attention. So he definitely fits the Ortiz persona, as we like to try to be the center of attention. We all fight for attention. So when I told him, I said, "Hey, I'm going to do a movie. Do you want to do a movie with me?" He was like, "Yeah, absolutely." So I initially wrote the script with him in mind, and we, of course, auditioned him, and he did really well. He was just a natural at it, so he fit perfect in the part.
How old is Jordan, and did Jordan actually listen to you give direction?
Actually, Jordan is 5, and it's amazing to see how he took direction so well. He'd never done it before. This is his first time acting in a film, and it's amazing to see when the cameras weren't rolling, how he's just a kid, and he'd listen. We'd say, "Okay, this is what we're trying to do with this scene, and this is what we're trying to tell the story about." And he would listen, and he'd jump around like a kid. And then when we'd call action, he'd tone his character down, and just like the character is in the film. And the minute we would yell cut, he'd be right back to a kid, a 5-year-old kid. So he definitely took direction really well.
Well, Lessons in Life number 3 is going to start playing this film festival circuit, beginning with the Hill Country Film Festival next weekend. Do you have other shorts or features in the works that you're going to start to work on?
I actually do. Yes, we have. We're about to finish production on another short called "A Bittersweet Sabotage" with Anne Francis, Ali Reel, and Cynthia Frey. 3 amazing actresses here in Austin, Texas, and it's a comedy about a mother and a daughter who the mom's afraid of the daughter getting older and getting out of the house and not being able to relate with her anymore. So she sabotages her daughter's lunch date with a chef. So it's really funny.
And do you have a feature that you would like to work on?
You know, eventually I do want to work on a feature. I think I do have an idea for a feature script. I just haven't sat down to write it. I am new to the filmmaking industry, so I want to get pay my dues with shorts and get experience that way. So that way, when it comes time to do a feature film, I'm not going to be running around with the chicken with his head cut off.
And finally, Rupert Anthony, are you going to be at the festival next weekend?
I will be at the festival next weekend. I'm super excited. Everyone there has been amazing. Chad, Gary, and Amy, the organizers for the festival, they've just been great in keeping us up to date on what's going on with the festival. So I'm really excited.
Well, Rupert Anthony, thank you very much for coming in today to talk about your short film, Lessons in Life number 3.
Thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure.